at Road America, the second of 2 sprint races here today in the GlacierTV ProtoICE Cup. We are waiting.
Now the
And
green
we're
flag
away.
is in the air. And we're currently watching Hutu gets an excellent start. Yes, and even installed his car badly and a huge pack. Gregor Hutu has an insane start and he has to back off because of the fact that there's an insane amount of cars.
3 wide down into turn 1. I tell you what, Yoni Tamana had a great start as well.
Oh, look at a huge spin!
This is a big one. And what that is a radical SteelSeries car.
Nick Mees and Marcus Catton, Ken Leash, Roderick Cronin, Henrik Codovara, Daniel Arndt Wensing, Rico Alatalo, Martin Kroenke at least are involved in that crash.
Yeah, Kroenke's got himself a little bit of damage to the rear of his car. Just having a look, he literally went all, he didn't even go into turn 1. In fact, take that back, there's a secondary impact and his car funneled down into turn 1. And Kroenke was actually touched by Jesse Nieminen. Nieminen, who won the last race, spinning down the inside of turn 1. All of these drivers trying to check up. And some of the big hitters from the first race are out of the race. And Jesse Nieminen into the wall once again in turn 3. His day is done as a believe he was hit by a spinning car there. And trying to pick out who that was. That was Steve Rico Alatolo in the number 24 car coming out of turn 2. Car spinning everywhere, and Niemenen's day is done. And we talked about how crazy this is going to be. We've got a completed lap of 1. There are at least 8, 9 drivers involved in that. Getting confirmation as they co-pass the start-finish line. It is Jon Jens leading the way at the moment. Philip Stam, the second position. Jens has got himself a 1.2-second gap.
And Mark Fangman is going past Gregor Hutu, trying to get past Gregor Hutu, goes wide. Mark Fangman drops into 12th position, down for a 9th position. The 2-2 wide situations going in the Canada corner there. And tons of action going on all over the track, and not taking outside of that turn 1 crash there. This the rest of the action is not bad action. This is overtaking after overtaking, and lots of. Like we've seen, none of the drivers aren't giving anything for free, as we see Mark Fangman pulling over the pits, by the way. Who I think it's up in Linnaloto goes wide in coming out of Canada corner with a 2 wide. Gregor Hutu trying to get past up in Linnaloto in there, penultimate corner and gets the move done. Outside line there, P8 for Gregor Hutu.
Beautiful there, and I'm taking a look through. Ernesto Peno.
First corner mayhem, surely. This is exactly what you need to do. You need to survive first half a lap. I mean, majority of the guys, naturally, all it takes is a 1 rotten apple in the pack, and you're going to get up to 10 cars out of the race by not fault of their own. But Gregor Hutu dodged the wreck like he was supposed to. As we saw in the start, Gregor Hutu got insanely good launch, but he, unlike plenty of the other drivers in front of him, he lifted, and he lived to fight another day.
Yep, and that's the thing, you know, Gregor is the only one of the top 3 drivers that need to make it through.
Oh, we got off track. We got heavy off track. In the carousel, one car went heavily off track.
Oh, and there's Conrad Houghton. We saw the incident with him early on in the race. He's also wide in the carousel there. Can't see who that really is though from my screen, but see, this is the thing, action all the way through the race here. And these 30-minute sprint races, you can't just, you know, run to a fuel number. You can't just run a lap time and think, okay, I'll get 1 pit stop. You're gonna have to do the overtake at the finish, and right now, Jens in the 00 machine is really on the point with less than 10 minutes left to go.
And we're currently watching the Mr. GoPro is having a good run. Pablo Lopez is hounding Jason Lovett for P6 right now. He's getting an excellent run coming into the turn 5, and Jason Lovett takes the inside line, but Pablo has a huge run coming on outside line.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh, and the late, talk about late breakers again. Both guys made it through the corner. I can't believe that inside line breaking by Jason.
Yeah, they really are on the ragged edge. See, Pablo Lopez is just really charging in this last stage of the race. And he's one of those drivers who we really do expect to see strong in this season. And one of the things I think people that you're going to see is it's not necessarily going to be a case of every race. I think, I did quite a bit of work on the math on this, that, you know, if you can just get yourself a top 5 every race, you've got a chance of winning this championship. And top 5, I think, is all you need. You've got to be careful, but you've got, you know, the top 5 itself is the consistency that will prove to be key here.
Yep, but at the same time, you have to remember, top 5s, if you can keep them up, you have a chance of winning the championship. But first, you have to finish.
Yes. And then again, next weekend we're going over to Northamptonshire, England, to Silverstone, which is of course the home track for Blake Town and one of the drivers in this series. And I grew up pretty much about 50 minutes away from there.
Pablo has a run. Pablo has a good run coming on the way straight away. Pablo is very, very close to James Robin right now. Cut time, closing the gap, and no, Pablo is inside.
Yeah, Lopez makes the pass stick, and you see there he had to wait until they passed that car, and by that point he gave the opportunity for Lovett just to make it more difficult for him. They did touch, no damage to either of those cars, so no harm, no foul, but Lovett back into fifth position.
Yeah, James is coming back.
Yeah, and he's going to have a good run down the straightaway. We talked about how good Lovett's speed has been in this car, running a low downforce setup. He's not really easy, going to try and make it work. Down the inside, so close. He almost misses the entire corner there. So
I don't know what to tell there. Neither guy willing to get an inch of each other, and pretty much as hard of a braking as you can. Both guys sliding all over the place, but still keeping it clean.
Indeed, yeah. And as I say, the first race, he did get a first warning from it. And these drivers, they only really do get one warning before they get themselves either a penalty, a grid penalty, a race time penalty, or a suspension. There are some very hard and fast rules in this race. See Gregor Hucci coming home in the second position. Timo Evening is going to take home third position in this race, with Antonio Rossetti problems plaguing his car to try and finish on the podium for this race. Mr. GoPro Pablo Lopez finishes in the fifth position, with Jason Lovett in the sixth spot. And I tell you what, Klaus Ellenbrand there in the seventh position, very close. They came to the line. In fact, 6th, 7th, and 8th were separated by just over 1 second. Stefano Laniotto in the 8th position, Leon Burgess in 9th, and Andrea Ventura in 10th. And Yoni, wow.